Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, salute, peace and power to the people of struggle. Woman up. Holds down and out. Woman up, woman up. Holds down and out. What's good? What's going on, y'all? Peace and power, peace and power. Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, everyone. Kind of late on this coast here, man. Kind of late on the East Coast, but I had to get it in. As you can see, I had a lot of running around to do. Schedule shift, so I'm actually up. I'm actually up a lot earlier, so my days are much more hectic and long. But this has got to be a marathon night tonight. Yes, got to be a marathon night tonight. All the Queen Comrade moderators in the building. And yes, I'm sipping on Bustelo. Hey, Bliz, I remember you showing your tattoo, Blood in My Eye. Why did you get it? What stories behind it? And is this on the book list to read? How would you rate the book? Is it conscious like Asada? Well, only because you are a moderator and you are a woman. I'll answer that even though it's not a woman up question, right? Woman up is for you, queens, to better understand the mentality and the makeup of men, of your comrades. But I'll answer that. The tattoo, let me see if I can show it clear. That's the tat, right? That's the tat, along with that. So yes, is the book on the book list? No doubt. It is always on any list the last book that you should read, the last book that you should digest. Always, always on any book list. It is required reading. Why the tat? Because I've been reading that book every day since 1991. Every day since 1991. I probably read that book more than people have read Bibles, Qurans. I don't know about the Torah, but front to back, I'll open up any page, any passage, and it keeps me encouraged, keeps me engaged, it keeps me balanced. And with that particular title, I'm always able to go back and reference it when it comes to any dialogue, debate, argument when it comes to the liberation of our people. It is a complete text. So yeah, when it comes to conscious is beyond conscious, and it went further than Asada because it's very literal. So yeah, it's required reading. It's required reading. And any other titles you may come across, uh, either by George Jackson or about George Jackson. Um, you can also read Johnny Spain's book. You can also read Soledad Brother, um, and any other documentary about our comrade, the Field Marshal George L. Jackson. So that's why it's tatted on my arm. So people know exactly where I stand. Once anybody sees that, anyone, they know what it is. They know who I am. That's emblazoned in my arm forever. All my tats have meanings, or it wouldn't be on my skin, right? It wouldn't. My mother was totally against that. Hey, Koku, I'm never ask you when I know you coming through. I got special chicken grease on my arms. That's just how you like it, right, Koku? You smell like chicken grease when we dancing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, my mother was completely against tats all my life. So, when I got the tat, she never knew. I wore long sleeves around my mother until she transitioned. So, and then I can't show you. I have another tat up here. So these are the three, right? Blood in my eye. I love East New York instead of I love New York, and a tat up here. Should I show y'all the tat? No, I can't show y'all that tat. All right, can't show y'all that tat. All right, so that's what it is. All right. So this is the marathon Womenup. We're gonna see how long y'all are engaged. We're gonna see how many of them cash apps drop, and we're gonna see how extensive the questioning is. Again tonight, men, if you're in here, you are fly on the wall. You're not judging. You're not giggling. You're not interacting. You're sitting quiet because I know some of the truths, some of the game is going to shift. And like, damn, why he going there? Why he giving that info up? Hey, we have a lot going on with the women. A lot. And they need to be armed because they don't always have that protection. All right? Thank you, 4-5. Yes. Yes. So, oh, and Queens, y'all know this is a safe space. It's a safe space. Ask what you will. All right? No judgment. All right? How do we as women build our self-esteem? Good question. Damn. See, T is the youngest and she be hitting the hardest. You know? My goodness. How do we as women build our self-esteem? Well, first of all, you have to have been raised in a space where support and knowledge of self has been a theme around you, right? I was taught to encourage my daughter from when, before she was even communicating well, all right? I consistently called her powerful names, right? Still to this day, I call her Madam President, Brown, right? Queen Sana, and speak powerful, loving words, terms, yes, affirmations, Ms. V, consistently in her and around her, and while she sleeps. And she was an infant, and prior to that, and always taught that love, strength, power came from within. Nothing on the outside should ever determine how a woman feels about herself. And always gave her goals and tasks that she had to perform on her own, right? So most of the sports and activities that she was engaged in, right, were activities that required her to perform independent of her parents and of coaching. So dance, right? Tennis, all type of little things. We just had her into a lot. And even now, right, as a high school senior with a 3.9, 4.0 grade average, she's still, because of the messages on the outside, right, is shaky when it comes to certain things. That is just what the society does to us as a people, but to our women specifically. They consistently place images that have you question yourself. They continuously place you in industries that cause you to second guess your abilities and your intelligence. You understand? It is a consistent attack. So women have to have support systems because they're always going to question themselves. They're always going to wonder, am I good enough? Do I look? Why do I feel? That's a consistent until your man, your partner, places you back upon the throne where you're supposed to be, and we live a couple of generations in the space where you are able to dictate how your world is governed, independently of those who have mixed the order up. So in order to build your self-esteem, you have to have support. You have to have support, but it starts from in here. And it is very difficult for people to become self-aware, right? Conscious or woke, all on their own. It's it's difficult for any of us to do it. Even with that. And listen, I gave my history of my upbringing so many times. Mother, very radical, but very bougie as well. Heavy into fashion and style and a lot of bougie stuff, but very, very nationalist. And a father who was strict, very strict, Islam in every different sect of Islam, very disciplined. And the books that I'm reading from now, these books was in my home. So it's nothing, I didn't just start. I was conscious from birth. I had no choice. Everything was in there. So there was no reason for me to shift and sway into the street life. But when you live in a world that consistently, now I say it again, consistently gives you images and messages, right? That you are of no value, that you do not bring any worth to the society, you start acting, you start behaving and manifesting those lower level energies, and you get tripped up. That's what self-esteem is. Self-esteem, when you are strong with it, makes you disciplined, and it keeps you disciplined. So all of us have self-esteem issues because, again, we are not valued. There's no equity, and we can never be equal because they're lesser than us. So equal rights and being equal was a dumbass chant. We were never equal to them. You understand? Never. So it was a backwards request, right? That's what happens with women, and women get it consistently, subtly. They throw bullshit at you, advertising, right? That marketing and advertising and commercials and what you read is just so anti. It is so anti our women that I'm telling you, it literally drives them bananas. That is why they are so quick to gravitate to the Paris Hiltons, to the Kim K's, to the Britney Spears, they gravitate to that shit. Because if that is all you see from Barbie dolls on up, if that's all that you see, all that you witness living in comfort on the outside, they're never ever told or taught what those people who are in this image are really going through. People never really study what white women go through, which is why we have Karens and all that. Y'all don't know they be getting their ass kicked. Y'all don't know that they have to shh in the face of a lot of bullshit that y'all don't go through. This is why their image, right? This is why the fantasy, this is why the romanticism is at the high levels. Because they have to keep up that facade. They go through some shit. And I'm telling you that as someone who has been trained by them in domestic violence. You understand? Who was the, better yet, because I told you this before, where do you think the term wife beater came from? The term of that article of clothing that we called tank tops for years turned into wife beater because every time you watched a movie, whether it was from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, a white dude who was abusing the woman on the screen had that shirt on. And just years later, they started calling it wife beaters. And then you started seeing certain rappers in it. That's where the term came from. And they brutal with it. What we saw, on the screens, people would chuckle at or dismiss. But if you watch some of that shit in 2023, you know what I'm talking about. They get wrapped in their mouth quick. Shut up. She all across the table sliding through the beers and shit. Told you my beer is warm. What, watch some of that. Why do you think it was written, the scripts, the way it was shown? But you always watching it from the man's perspective. The woman has no voice in it. And the only women who had voice, as far as white women in Hollywood, were usually women who had some type of control over their sexuality. The Mae West, the whores, right? Those were the ones who they allow to give pushback. Other than that, if they were sensible, they were always portrayed as obedient to their man. So if you watch that for years, it's implanting certain messages in you that if I'm obedient and subservient to the white man, I won't get hurt. I won't get slapped. I won't get my children murdered. So all that is a false image of who she is. If you really dig deep and if they really told their truths, right? Like some of the suffragists, right? And the Susan B. Anthony's and all that, you dig? If they really told their truth about being in that big old house, right? And Massa having children, right? In slave quarters and in the fields, and then you gotta bring the children in the home. How you think Karim felt? How you think Cindy felt? Having to, take care of them little black babies and children. Knowing that they were her husbands. What kind of psychological effect do you think they had on them? Y'all gotta go back and watch some of that shit with a different lens. Go back and watch Mandingo. Go back and watch. Matter of fact, I believe it was the new Roots that they had, or was it on Hulu or Netflix, or one of them, and the other Underground and all. Look at the little jewels that they're starting to implant in it. They hung that white woman, I believe, in Roots, when she was helping them. So, when black women need to understand her greatness and how she has struggled, right? And what people may think is effortlessly through all these conditions. That's build your self-esteem. Look at your accomplishments. Stop thinking that what you are doing is so small because you seem to do it with ease. It is not small, but you have to look at what you're doing with intent and then move through your purpose with intent, intentional. When you see what you are actually doing in real time, then you will understand your greatness and your worth. Just being able to hold down a 9 to 5 in the face of all that, just to sit in a space where you know you're not welcome, you know you're being undervalued, you know that your labor is worth more than that. Just to sit there and watch that takes a lot. Because you too could go sit down and collect the welfare check. You too could be smarting around. You too could be, with an OnlyFans page and all that. You can do all that shit. You can do all that. There's not one woman here that can't do that. Because I see him as big as Lizzo with OnlyFans pages, getting to the bag. I see him as skinny as Lil Mama. Don't matter. Don't care. Bust it open, people pay. You can take the lazy way out. But your self-esteem, your consciousness, your awareness allows you to continue in the face of all that adversity. All of it. That's how you check your self-esteem. Recognize that you accomplish things every day. And then you'll see, stop thinking things are small. When they're very, very, very heavy. They're heavy. I'm telling you, just as existing through this shit is heavy. It's heavy. I'm telling you. We see shit and subconsciously we go into a fit. At any given time, any one of us could we so stressed out that we could have a stroke at any given time. Just on the images that we see. Because we know that it's a lie and it's a truth. And we also know that they are weaker than us. You understand? They are weaker. But what was built, how they organize, and how brutal they are, keeps them where they're at. So the more that our women push on, the more that they galvanize and unite, right? The faster we get up from out of this shit. But you gotta build your self-esteem by accomplishing and recognizing what you accomplish. I tell you, every minute, every hour, every day, you have the potential to be greater than you just was. Half hour I've been on, a half hour, everybody grew. Because we all picked something up from each other. All right? Next. Salute, 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 salute. DMV Tutor, what's up? What's up? And again, moderators, let it be known. Hey, Chocolate Divine, let it be known what we do here. We don't want to get you too rich. Dear Diary, why is it when we find our power as women and as individuals, it seems so controversial and frowned upon almost forbidden and rarely celebrated in our culture. Because when you find it, it's a threat. It's a threat. What can one do to a woman, right, who acknowledges herself as God? Who can do anything to her? Who can harm her? Who can con her? Right? Who can underbid or overbid her? Who can do anything to a woman who acknowledges herself as God? So of course, excuse me, it's going to be frowned upon, even by your man. How you like that shit? How do you dig that? Even by your mama. Anybody else that doesn't recognize what you recognize about themselves the way you do is going to be threatened not only by your insight, but by your energy and how you perceive. That's human nature. Because if you acknowledging yourself as queen, if you acknowledging yourself as a black queen, right? And queen sits on her throne and rules, nurtures, encourages. If you acknowledge yourself as queen, how are they going to see themselves? What if they're looking at you and saying, okay, well, that's the queen, well, who am I? Uh-oh. So you just created an op until they recognize that self in themselves. So, of course, you dig? That's what it is. So you're going to get frowns, you're going to get trolls, you're going to get all that. Be ready for it. Be ready for it. All right? Next up, I seen something. And if I miss, I got to hit me up. You know? Alyssa says, what, Serena Williams got no respect because she wasn't appealing to most men? That's not trust. Another false narrative. That's another false narrative. And I'm telling you, as somebody who watched her and Venus from teenagers in any spot that we went to, well, that I went to in New York State, in the system, when they were on the TV, that was it. That was it. They was acknowledged, they was adored, and shit. By the majority of them, they was lusted after. You keep listening to people who have no power and they are not really truthful in what they're saying. Man, black men love them. We watch them. Listen, man, that's a whole nother build about how people who have been taken up outside of society have to find little pockets to keep their hopes up, to keep them engaged. And shit, black men love Venus and Serena. But when they don't have the voice to articulate that and you can only read what your oppressors put in the papers, then you're going to believe that. And in essence, when they were in a space where they didn't see or have close connections to their natural counterparts, they're going to feel that too, which is why they went into the direction that they did. All right? But no, it's a false narrative. You listen to the ignorant ones, and the ignorant ones are always going to be put out there because that's just what the media does. It wants to keep that separation. How do one start dating again at our age? Most relationships always have to begin on some sort of social media. Why not start with a smile at first glance anymore? What age? I don't know your age, Ronique, right? And I don't get smiled at. I just don't. And there's a lot of factors for that. Men are very skeptical when it comes to seeing women outside of social media. And first of all, in society, everybody's nervous now after, especially during this pandemic. People scared to death. You know, we just got out of mask. I don't get out of it. I wear my mask. I'm gonna be Mike Jackson. I'm for real. But you know, dating at what age? You know, you'll have to let me know what age, because you know it's on and popping, and it depends on where you at. I mean, New York City, everybody got somebody. You know, I see dudes shout 50. 50 is prime. 50 is prime. Who you looking to date and where you at? You know? And why do we dismiss social media when it comes to that? You can't dismiss social media. We're not using rotary phones anymore. This is how people communicate. So this is how people are going to find each other. It's just, you know, you have to use it the same way we use the phone. Look for the truth. Question. And, you know, I'm not saying it's easy, but this is what we in right now. But 50, shit. 50 is prime. Prime. You just been marinating. Marinate, just ready to bloom. 50 is all right. You know, sometimes, hey, 50 might have to check for 40. You know? Maybe 35, groom you up a young pup. You know, that's another thing. I'm telling you, I see women walk around with a balled up fist. Nobody's hollering at you. I'm telling you. It's like Robin Harris said, she sleep with a fist balled up. Like, and you know, it's understandable because you got dudes doing stupid shit. I said, in Brooklyn this summer, we had 3 different dudes make the news because they ran up behind somebody in the train station and put a face in her butt. Like, what are we doing? So you got a lot of weird shit going on. You have a lot of weird shit going on, so you have to be protected and guarded, and you know. But you know, and I don't know, cause I'm not on that side. I'm not a woman, you know, so I don't know what's considered. I mean, I know what's considered good and eligible and stuff like that, but I can only see based on what I see. And I ain't gonna front, the numbers are not on your side. See a lot of broken men. I see groups of men not doing shit. I'm telling you, there has to be a space where you build them up, where men are built up to meet those requirements, you know? And then you have to ask yourself, well, what do you really look for in a relationship? Now, some of those needs can be met without being in a full-blown relationship. Because that shit is not what it's all cracked up to be. You have to sift through the bullshit. Alright? So 50 is prime. Don't throw that age around like that. You know? Here we go, slim pickings. Here we go, always with the slim pickings and liabilities and all that. Some of the good ones want multiple wives. They don't want multiple wives. They just want multiple or variety partnership or you know, variety in the get down, I guess. Because multiple wives ain't easy. Especially when you're not equipped to take care of one. And that's what's really intriguing to me, you know, that most women never ask men to be taught or other men to help them groom their man, raise them up good. Most men don't know how to take care of a woman. So why you want to be in a relationship with them? Women don't look at other women and see how they're being taken care of. They just look at the outside. Oh, he's a man, he got all his teeth, you know, and he works. And they think that, no. A lot of dudes may know how to get you, but they won't know how to maintain and keep you. So until men show other men how to keep and maintain a woman, y'all don't want to be in a relationship with them. I guarantee you that. Most of these dirty motherfuckers don't wash their hands when they come in the house. Just keep it 1,000. Maintaining a woman rather, it's a discipline. You don't have time to raise no grown man? Okay, oh well. That's on you. I'm telling you. If you don't have, you gonna find time if you really want one. Because they're not ready-made. Think they're ready-made? You think men are ready-made. Shit. All they tell men to do is don't be a punk. Now they telling them don't go to jail, don't get killed. Play a sport and earn a living. That ain't how to maintain no woman. They don't. You know, certain things that a man has to do coming into a dwelling where women are at. You know, every time you leave your dwelling, you go outside and there's polluted air and all that shit is on your hands and skin and all that. You got dudes that go outside, stay outside all day, touch all type of shit, be around all type of shit, come in the house and you want them to touch on you and all that shit. Don't wash their fucking hands, all type of shit. Then lay with you. You thinking, oh yeah, I know as soon as I come, you know, as soon as he come home, it's Friday. Oh yeah, Friday he gonna give me head. Yeah. Motherfucker ain't brush his teeth for a week. How the hell y'all think y'all get all them goddamn wild UTIs and all type of bullshit? You know, men that really don't know how to maintain one, come home, piss all on the damn toilet seat, don't clean, all type of shit. You gotta have somebody that is in an awareness of what it takes, as women are delicate. Your hygiene and the hygiene of the place where you at have to be impeccable. Impeccable. So what, y'all? So you just think it's a ready-made man. That's what you think. Yeah, okay. Okay. Shit. Nah, you got to teach him. You got to teach him. Dear diary, you sure? And when the last time I saw you? Dear diary, sure is asking a lot of questions. I'm gonna answer this one. I haven't seen you in a minute. So why do they expect to be accredited for being men of the house if they don't know how to be romantically involved with women? Because society told them to. Society said you're a man. And everything that isn't a man is beneath you. That's why. They've been engineered as such. So yeah, they expect that. It's up to you to say, nah, that ain't how I operate. Shit. Hold on. Kelly Mills, I got to answer Kelly. Kelly said, I understand some men were never taught how to have a conversation with a lady. And I mean speak intelligently without the mention of sex. Some men don't know how to do that. Majority don't. How many times do you expect or have you seen men speak to women, right? In any type of setting? In school, right? Boys over here, girls over here. Boys doing this, girls doing this. They're in the classroom together, they're learning academics. They get to high school, same thing, they're socialized different in the classroom. In the workforce, they're socialized differently. They don't come together to have discussions like that unless they're in a family setting or in their social groups. When they are in a recreational space, they talk. So now what social media has done, it allows them to engage with each other in safe spaces, right, in their homes, and this is what they're doing. But the conversations and the thoughts and theories never get put into practice because the actual being in a space is not as it was when we came up. So now when they interact in the physical, it's confusion, it's misunderstanding, right? Because of that lack of experience. We came up with experience, then had to figure it out through thought. It's a little different now. So you cannot get caught up, again, being a rotary phone era individual in a smartphone era age. The language is different. The terms are different. The perceived outcomes are different. So, of course, men don't know how to have conversations with women unless you have a man of experience. All right? Brown girl. Why do ex-boyfriends come back around with regret when they married the wrong woman instead of marrying their first choice? I don't know. I don't know. Depends on the woman, depends on the man. Right? Some men never come back. Some men come back because they can. If you are accessible to them, they're going to come back. And what do they come back for? Right? Some come back for their own ego to see if they can still do whatever they were doing previously. You understand? And again, men don't know how to choose women. They just don't. They know how to choose women. They confused as hell. Because their daddy never taught them. Their uncle never taught them. So they choose wrong. They do. And then marriage isn't what they believe it to be. You know? V, put that Cash App up. Let's go. Do you think we know how to choose men? No. 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 No, y'all suck at choosing men. You do. Most of the times y'all take your intellect out of it. How do you know when you're ready to be married? That's what Tierra said. Go ahead, T. Over. And what was your experience? My experience on what? I don't speak on my experience on what? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. And then once you are in it, then you know. You won't know. You just got to jump in. But what is your belief on marriage? What is your belief on marriage? That's the thing. You can't inherit it from your Euro morals and values. You cannot inherit your beliefs on marriage from European morals and values, because their morals and values have not been taught in actuality. You see surface level shit, you're not in there with them. And when you try to put your man and yourself in a space where those are your values and goals, I have a rude awakening. Because we live very different lives. Very different lives. You dig? So you never know. People gotta be careful. I'm telling you. Be careful. You know, if you learn anything from being here in this corporation, that piece of paper, oh, it's legitimate. And you marry one of these dusty dick motherfuckers, and boy, you locked into that shit. And your pension and your insurance and all that shit is locked up into that. Shit. And you trying to get up out of that. Shit. Talk about stress and aggravation. You be a miserable motherfucker. Boy, I tell you, don't play. Don't play. I'm telling you, don't play. You look at the little short chunky one. Shit, all of them really. Not only Terry McMillan on Married a Fun Boy. It's this little one here. Sherry Shepherd. I'm telling you how they did Mary. I'm telling you, this is just how the industry play. They throw them plants at you, knowing them motherfuckers ain't no good. You locked. All that shit. Trying to wiggle up out of that. Shit. Same shit happened on the lower levels. You done worked and struggled your way through school and, you know, post-grad shit, and you doing your numbers, and you done built your whole life up. And you marry one of these custy, dusty dick dudes that be on the track while you at work and try to get up out of it. Telling you, slow down. Slow your ass down and think. Think before you make that move. I'm telling you, what is your true aspiration? Should women believe in the compatible zodiac sign connection? It depends on if you believe in it or not. Some of it is true, some isn't. Listen, even with them prenups, shit ain't solid. And you're not gonna be pleased with that shit. You know, in a situation like that, you ain't trying to get nobody nothing but a goddamn hammer upside the head. See, I seen some prenups, they still walk away with something. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Be careful. Again, the zodiac signs, it is what it is. I don't know. You know, I giggle and laugh and speak on it, you know. As an Aquarius, you know. I know, don't play around because I take souls, straight up. Aquariuses know what to say, know how to move, and, you know, got to be careful if you believe in that type of thing. You know? Be easy. Be easy. Remember what they said about, what's this chick name? Oh my goodness, what was the damn chick name? Was it Michelle Pfeiffer? Was it Michelle Pfeiffer or the other chick? Prince had this chick. They had to go get her up out of Prince's crib. They went in there to get her. Her manager, her agent, had to go get her. She at the foot of his bed in a terrible state. Terrible state. Didn't want to leave. She had me at the foot of his bed, stuck for weeks. Be careful. Listen, be careful. Be careful. Some men, yeah, man, listen. Listen, be careful. So, you know, some people believe in the zodiacs and other shit. You know, I'm trying to think. Was it her? Or, what's the other one who played in 9.5 weeks? Oh my goodness. It'll come back to me. As a Leo, I always clash with incompatible signs. So I go by it as a man. Are you a woman for your underground one? Sharon Stone? Nah, I wasn't Sharon Stone. Hell no. Prince ain't mess with Sharon Stone. I'm telling you, it was Michelle Pfeiffer. Sharon Stone wasn't in 9.5 weeks. I think it was Michelle Pfeiffer, the other chick, but he had her. She was like that. No, Kim Basinger. That's who it was. It wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. It was Kim Basinger. Twisted. That's who Kim Basinger. Yes. Deneen Johnson was like, yeah, it was Kim Basinger. Yeah. Prince had a toe up. At the foot of his bed, didn't want to eat. Just laying there. Had to go get her. Telling you. Got to watch certain men. Got to be very careful. It's like men got to watch certain women. Certain women got some shit with them. And they get all up under your skin and you be twisted. You're like, oh, what is going on? So y'all gotta watch it. Stop with that being so eager. And stop with the, I'm not dealing with nobody no more for nothing. Women, stop that. Stop that. Because that too is not right and exact. It's not balanced. Oh, I've been celibate 5 years? Shit like that? Gotta be careful. That's when them dusty niggas get up on you. And they ain't got to do much. Just, hey, hello. And you swear something hit you in that space, you be ready to go. You be ready to go. You like this, oh shit, next thing you know, you wake up and like, how the fuck I get with him? What the fuck is this about? Come on. Come on. Okay. So let's get it. Next. And I know if y'all hear this, y'all can hear when that $, ching ching for Cash App. Y'all ain't hear that shit yet. Y'all sure asking a lot of questions for this marathon. I see that. Who got dusty tails? Somebody got dusty tails and they get dust knocked off. Who that? Whoa, pixie dust. Wait a minute. Hold on. I done missed something. Who dusty? Who got the coochie cobwebs? Hold on now. Don't y'all start getting on each other. Zodiac powers. Do you think dating sites will die out eventually? No. Whatever's going on with the internet and social media is here forever. That's it. We here in it. Or until they find a new way of communicating, another technology. Just like the phones. How long did we have the phones? Rotary phones. How long did we have rotary phones? That was inconsistent use. 80 years? 90 years? This shit is around. So yeah, dating sites gonna be around. Oh, spread the pixie dust. Have you bamboozled? It's a little bit more than pixie dust. I'm telling you. It's a little bit more than pixie dust. You got people that know how to get all up in your system. Especially if you're not driven, if you don't have specific, goals, if you're just moving around and you think you have it all and, you're just saying, hold up. This is a dire need from, or that is a dire. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. I see it happen more often than not. You have to be in purpose, on purpose, and moving. If not, it's easy. Easy. I work in the hospital, I saw it all the time. Surgeons, doctors, nurses, all women. Yeah. Women surgeons, women RNs and LPNs and nurse practitioners and administrative people in the hospital, right? All of them. With some dirty, derelict dude pushing their whip to come pick them up on some baby boy shit. You be like, what is going on? Are you serious? I'm scratching my fucking head. Like, coming up, the damn vehicle smell. Why are you smoking that stuff in my car? Why the hell is you with him? The fuck is that? Shit. Listen. I should have did I never, I wasn't doing much videos, especially Facebook Lives back then when I was working in the ER. And then usually it was because, I was in a whole different space. I was into the anti-gun violence work and, making sure all the videos was based around that. But the shit I seen in that hospital when it came to women of a higher scholarship and the type of dudes that was coming through for them, man, shit. Quiche. How do you decline a man's advance towards you when you have said no and that you are not attracted to, and he won't take no for an answer? Depends on the setting, right? One, and I'm going to tell all of you there, I don't care what age, 18, 19, 22, 70, 80. Never be alone in a space with men or a man. Never be in a man's home. You understand what I'm saying? It depends on, right, the setting. If you're outside in public, smile and keep it moving. Smile and keep it moving. If it's on social media, block and report the page. If it's at work, go to HR and get his ass up out of there. You understand? And yeah, definitely, there's a lot of things. Men shouldn't know where you live. Well, nobody should know where you live outside of family and shit. Depending on who you are, like me. Shit. Family don't even know where the fuck I live. Ain't no dropping by and all that shit. Fuck out, no. But again, most men, smile and keep it moving. That's it. Ain't no long drawn out explanations. It's why you have to be very selective as far as having allowed communication. You did? The fuck out the fuck is that? Let me do that. Get out of here. Playing games. You know? So be mindful of how you communicate. Alright? Most people don't even have landlines and numbers, but no numbers, all that shit. But if you're in the street walking, just be on point. Be on point. Make sure. I'm telling you, I was so glad for the pandemic. And 6 feet. 6 feet. Back up. And always, and this is something that most of women don't do. Eye contact. You put a certain grill on, you ain't gonna back up. Sometimes you gotta show fangs. Eye contact. See, looking in the eye, directly in the eye. Motherfucker, I see you, no. Come on. It can't be, I know as far as what's going on in the world and stuff like that, but you can't be afraid. Can't be afraid. And I listen, most women I see don't be playing no games. They sure roll their eyes at me. I'm nice enough. I hold doors, and people ask me to read shit for them in the supermarkets and all that, but they roll their eyes at me I'm like, damn. Shit, I'm a good guy. All type of shit screwed up. I'm telling you. So yeah. Don't do it to me, do the shit to them. And always, I'm telling you, always be on point. Don't walk around acting like you're not paying attention and shit in your ears and you ain't, nah. Let people know you see, I see you. And that backs people up. Even wild animals don't pounce when they prey is watching. Alright? You see that even lions and they try to sneak up on the gazelles and all that. Everybody, but you ain't looking. You looking at them, they get hesitant. They don't want to have to run and chase nothing and all that. No, so you see it's like, I see you. I'm not interested in you. Keep it moving. Because a real dude with common sense and courtesies and things of that nature is not going to say anything to you. Just not. All right? Okay. Yeah, y'all all should have something on y'all anyway. All of y'all. Box cutter, something. Pepper spray, mace, taser, something. Do something. I need to have and I got somebody who I practice martial arts with. I need to have all y'all practice with him. He'll show you how to break a motherfucker down. Straight up. Motherfucker rip the throat out. I'm telling you. Y'all always be prepared. I don't care how much, or what your nature is to be pleasant and raised well with manners and stuff like that. But you gotta know how to bust some ass quick. Right. Hands. You dig? Yeah. Box cutter, tear their ass up. Yeah. Nice. They got nice ones too. They got the thick ones. right? Thick, thick, you can wrap your hand around that. Yeah. It may take him a minute to realize what happened. But yeah, you're gonna find out once that face open up. Them shits. And they don't stitch well. Everybody know that. So yeah, because like I said, there's too much shit going on. But just, keep your 360. Never let nobody break that 360. You got 360 degrees around you. Never let nobody break that. Don't let them break it. And sometimes you have to move. It's not a embarrassment. It's not confrontational. Yo, you gotta move. They don't want to. Grown men be coming up on me in the stores online. Oh, what the fuck is the matter with you, y'all? We have a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different spaces, and they like to be up on people. Fucker, what does it matter? Sometimes you gotta move and adjust yourself. I'm like, yo, move around, you know? We don't know people. You know? You just don't. Yeah, so, finger point. Yeah, and again, when women haven't, been with someone, never, or haven't been with someone in a while, in a minute, you have specific scent, right? Men pick up on that. Most don't know it, right? It's something that you have to know through research, study, and practice. We do that. We know these things about each other. So they smell you. I'm like, oh, okay. You can't get around that. Can't get around that. You dig? So it's there. Just like y'all know when the dude came out in the mountains, y'all can smell it, y'all see it. I'm like, oh, that's one. What you think that is? Y'all can see it. Oh, he glowing. He just came home. He glowing. If I ain't glowing, you could smell him. Like, oh, he ain't been around no women. Smell it. Same with y'all. It's a scent. Comes up off you. People know it. And then, Zodiac Palace. How do you get your man attention after you and him gets off from work and you want to spend time? He would rather be by himself. After work, you have to have a routine that you both are willing to engage in, especially after work, depending on where the both of you work, how much energy you are expending at work, right? That time, like I said, everything outside of the home is outside of the home. Everything in the home should be concentrated on you two. So it's not getting his attention. Come through the door and put certain things in stone. Listen, I understand we tired, this and that, but once we get in the house, we shower and wash, eat or whatever, I need you to rub my feet. And introduce it any kind of way you want. Listen, I went to the foot doctor. They said I got to get foot massages nightly, or, I'm going to grow a bunion or some shit. I don't give a what you got to tell them. You dig what I'm saying? But get him to rub your feet if that's what you require. I got a crick in my neck. You get it out. And have him rub it until the shit is still there. He say still there, yeah. And have that crick in your neck for a fucking few years. you know, simple. But y'all gotta set certain routines in stone. Like, yo, this is what has to be done on the regular. You dig? On the regular. That's it. Ain't no debating, no back and forth with it. Listen, this is a must when we come through. Don't like vying for somebody's attention in the house. Nah, y'all gotta have conversations. Y'all gotta have conversations. Because if the demands of the job and other family, like, because that's a layered question, you know? If you're coming home from work and you still engage with your family, or coming home from work and he's, engaged with his family. Nah, certain things have to be done on a regular basis in order, for you to operate like that. As simple as that. This is what needs to be done. And, if you really and truly down with the union, it's going to be done. It's going to be done. But you got to do it. Okay, here we go. What's the matter with feet? Well, what's the matter with feet? And who got boys on Saturdays? Who the hell hanging out with boys? You got a wife. Boys. That shit is out of here. You had boys in high school. You had boys in college. You got a wife and you ain't got no time. Boys, get the fuck out of here. You know how hard it is? I'm telling you, maintaining wife, maintaining family is a second and third job. Especially if you're trying to make sure that their life is pleasant. We're not here for that long. Anything can happen to any of us at any given time. Fuck your boys and get the fuck out of here. I holler, nigga, I see your ass on social media. Boys? I better not never let nobody tell y'all they hang with the boys. The fuck we got going on here? And your wife? You talking about hang with the boys? What is them niggas doing to you? Let me check your grippers. What the fuck's going on? Yeah, no. Hell no. That's Euro shit. Nah. What the hell, boy? The boys is building a business? Bringing some income up in this motherfucker? What the boys is doing? Get the fuck out of here. Serious. Again, it's depending on the quality of the man. That's some derelict shit. Put it this way. Me and my boys, we only come together for one thing. And shit, we might not be coming home after that. So, and that's dead serious. You might not, if me and my boys click up, oh yeah, we might not be coming home for decades. We get it in. So we don't be bullshitting. We see each other on the street and yo, what up? So partner, that's it. Come on, man, I got day one homies I ain't seen in a year. And they married them. We don't do all that shit. What the fuck is we doing here? You dig? No. X that. flying out to football games to be with his buddy. His buddy? Yeah. Check his grippers. Check his grippers. He going flying out to football with his buddy. Yeah, okay. Shit. Let me put it to you this way. Is me and Doggy Diamonds close? Me and the comrade close? Is me and the comrade built something? I mean, honest, have y'all seen us? Did we build something? Have we been doing this for shit? What's this? This is September. We've been doing this shit way over a year. I seen him one time in person. Once. One time. One time. In person. That's it. So all that buddy hanging out with the boys, fuck out of here. Men of a particular age, what we doing? You could build a business, you can build an empire over the fucking phone, over the internet. What you look like hanging out for? We flying out to do what? Like I said, depends on the type of boy, man, or man child that you got. You in the sports that deep that you got a whole wife married with kids, or you got you a solid girl you working with, and you talking about, oh, I'm going to, you're flying out to see the Detroit Lions game. Man, please. No. No. And don't get me wrong, I've seen it done. I knew groups who, a couple of gyms I used to work out, dudes with their workout partners and all that, had 2 passports, one that the wife knew about, one that she didn't know about. When the wife go and they wives all going, these dudes would group up together and fly out to DR real quick for a day or two and do all type of wild shit. Now, they said that they was with the broads. I don't know. They might have just been, they come to the gym, they show the little pictures and the little vids and what part y'all ain't showing. I'm just saying. Y'all got to know the levels of the man and the maturity level. And I'm telling you, me, as a street dude, I see no sense in it. I don't hang around with a bunch of dudes. I don't. And if it's me and my day ones, shit, we gonna be up to no good. And damn sure ain't gonna be, going around playing with no broads. Nah, we gonna get some bread. Somebody gonna get their head knocked off. So I know I don't have time for that shit. No. Be mindful of that. I'm just saying. Y'all can believe what you want, but be mindful of dudes that always want to hang out with dudes. Too old for that shit. I have a serious question. When I was younger, my uncle was extremely abusive to all of his girlfriends. Broken eye socket. Yeah, what's the question? Because back in the days, they were very brutal. I don't believe the adult women in my family held him accountable enough. They probably didn't. Ain't nobody never call the cops on them and get them locked up for that shit. So, what is the question? Like, how you probably still have those same beliefs and tendencies. You dig? Is it's a lot with that. What do you think about men who play video games? They're cool. They're cool, but to a certain, to a certain level, I know a lot of men, like, as a kid, I played them all the time, but at some point you outgrow them, and definitely if you got, I just don't see it. I just know that women and people who are in struggle together don't have a lot of time. So to spend hours on a video game when you got a wife that's marinating right there, that's poor decision making. Cause she ain't gonna always be marinating, and you ain't gonna always be able to do your thing. So, video games, yeah. If she playing with you, y'all playing together, like it's just nah. Come on, man. No. It's all right, but I don't take nothing from her. I'm just not. I ain't into that. I'm not into it to that degree, you know. But to each his own. If some men are making money off of it, you know. Some men can play. It depends. It depends. But not. I'm telling you, when you have when you're in specific settings, I'm telling you, you just don't have enough time. You don't have enough time to be doing that shit when you're trying to maintain a wife, man. You know? As a niece or sister and your uncle or brother is abusive, call the cops. Listen, what you're saying abusive to the degree that somebody busting eye sockets. And if you're not going to handle it yourself, which you would need a lot of training to do on a legitimate end, and if you're not going to blow his head clean off, then you gotta call the cops. I don't, I'm not an advocate for it because we don't know, it's very funny to call the police into your home. It's a lot that could go wrong with that, but y'all can't sit there in an abusive situation. That's just out. So if you're not going to call the cops, you're going to go call Bahim and all of them off the block and say, yo, this dude got to go. Because you got to be protected. I can't go through that trauma year in, year out. Nah. Because he's going to kill somebody. He's going to kill somebody. If men are off the meter, and if they're already in that enraged state, when they believe domestic violence is okay, they got the right to, they just running around. Nah, you gotta go, man. Cause then, again, that's something that is passed down. That's heavy trauma. So, and be specific. When the cops is called, be specific in the language. He made an attempt to kill her or one of us or the children. Got to get up out of there, and that jail will give him some help. That jail will give him some help. Straighten up, But then, y'all gotta, it's a process. With domestic violence, it's a lot. It's a lot. And what most people don't realize is that by the time the abused has figured out that they don't want to be abused no more, they want to get out and run or fight back, usually that's the time they meet their demise. So, there's a whole process to helping them get out and get away and things like that without alerting the abuser. I'm telling you that the DV is something. It's something, but nah. Again, by any means necessary and any means at the family's disposal, he got to go. Gotta go. You know? Well, you gotta do, I'm telling you, book an assessment with me and I'll let you know all the signs. All the signs. And when you see it, then you know how to respond to it. Look, hold on. Let me show you how extensive that shit is. Right? Because I always have my stuff within arm's reach. Alright? Let me show you how extensive this is. This is a whole manila folder. See all this? All of this. Right? Right? Things. Creating a process of change for men who batter. They don't even call them abuse no more. Got batterers, different from just abuse. You have all type of stuff here. You have seeing power and control wheel, how you break all this stuff down, right? The training manuals, right? How to understand and how to break it down and teach others how to break it down. It's just a lot. It's so much. So much. It's just a whole curriculum. You dig? And gotta walk people through it so they have a firm understanding. Firm understanding of it. And it's, time is of the essence. It is. And we, go through too much, especially now. You see it nationwide, really globally. Intimate partner relationship violence is way up. It is. It's way up there. So, yeah. Yeah, of course they're scared. Because where's the out? Where's the out? And what has he done to gain that power and control over them psychologically? And does he, hold finances as well? It's like, it's so many layers, man. And it takes extensive talking to them, right? Because I dealt with men who had a belief system. So we had to have them consistently going through there and speaking to them and showing them, It's a lot. I had one who literally tried to cut his wife's head off with a machete. And by the time we finished with him, at the end of those weeks, he was crying. We put him in a totally different space. He went from having order protection with no contact to none of them to being back in the home. They worked him down. Had him in tears, cause what you doing? You know, when that anger is so built up, and how he perceived the world and his family, he was in a bad space. I'm telling you, men are not socialized to be pleasant to women and children. You have to teach them that without taking away, right, their manhood. You dig? What if they won't accept the help? Well, when I was with that company, it was court mandated, so they had to take it. So it wasn't if they didn't want that. If they didn't want the help, then they asked for usually either going to jail or not going to see their children again. So most of them wanted that to a degree. The ones who didn't, they failed the class. You know? So any more questions? It's 101, not 101, but 101 minutes that y'all got, and I still have to get up at 6. So, you know, is y'all good for the night? Or what? The Womenup holds down and out, right? Women up holds down and out. Good? Okay. I love y'all too. I see you, Ryan. I see you. You know? Oh, it's very scary. Mental illness is high. They're smoking all this weird stuff. You love this tea? I'm glad. That's what's up, T. And I know you tired as shit. You got to get up too. Yeah, I know you tired. You know? I had this Bustelo though. This Bustelo helped me because I damn sure was going to fall out. Okay, Ronique. Yes, Queen D. You dig? T always ready for bed. Do you have hope that the brothers can love us sisters and desire loving relationships with us? Hell yeah, I know so. But then you just have to have the right individual speak with them and show them. It's very toxic right now. Very toxic. The young people have very, 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 very false perceptions on how to relate to one another. Dehumanizing, materialism, all type of weird shit that they believe in, and they won't learn until their ass is too old. Right? Everybody has an idea of who they are and how they're supposed to operate until they find their purpose and say, oh shit, excuse me, I was living wrong all this damn time. You understand? The thing is to catch him early, quick, before it's too late. You know? Would you go to Brownsville with $500K in a see-through plastic bag looking for something to eat? Brownsville? I'm good in Brownsville. And this is Womenup, so, you know, I go just about anywhere. Anywhere. Because one language is basically universal all around the world, and that's the stick-up kid. I'm good. anywhere. Anywhere. One thing stick-up kids know about each other, we gonna blow back. You throw 2 at me, I'm throwing 4 back. I'm good anywhere. And we move with respect. General question, yeah, definitely. Not saying I'm gonna park there and antagonize people. Well, shit, I go anywhere. I walk up exits in the Bronx. I take the exit in any project I go to. I'm a street dude. I gotta smell the street. I gotta feel the energy. If it's tension in the air, I gotta feel that. That's all I ever know. I'm from East New York. It was always tense. Always on go time. Sometimes it was go time in your crib, in your friend's crib, in the elevators, in the lobby, in front of your building, through the projects, on the train. It was always go time. It was always hunt or be hunted. So me going to another space outside of East New York, I don't think it can happen. And whether that's the arrogance of East New York, call it what it is. I know for a fact we live in Vietnam. No, people don't do it the way we do it. They just don't. They don't. They not slick with it. They not as conniving. They not as bloodthirsty. They just not. A lot of people happen to fall in the beef or just do shit. East New York, we plot. Dudes is grimy. So we comfortable in that shit. Comfortable. No doubt. I'll never forget it. Never even question myself to how grimy I am. With all the intelligence, all the book knowledge, all the caring and concern for women and kids, nah, I'm a dirty dog, man. I'll blow somebody's head off quick. That's just what we did. We don't be playing no games with people. So yeah, I'm comfortable. But I gotta go, man. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure doing Womenup. Okay, brown girl, just you. 2 more questions. Why do Muslim men marry multiple women? Why dudes be hating on women? Well, I touched the hating on women part earlier because of, various reasons. But why do Muslim men marry multiple women? Well, because of their beliefs, their system of beliefs, and misinterpretation of what they believe in. Now, if you go to the Quran, right, it says it's permissible, but only if you can treat each wife equally. And they said since it's so difficult to maintain one, it is not suggested. And they take that to mean, I can have more than one wife. I have 4 wives. It's permissible based on certain standards. So that's why they do that, But then again, you have other nationalities and groups of people who practice polygamy as we know it, or having and taking on another wife that aren't Islamic. So that would bring into question, is that the natural way of doing things? Remember, we over here have inherited the values and beliefs of our oppressors. And if they said, marry one wife, then that's what you did. Notice, only European Christian or Catholic nations who are moving in the capitalist space have that in play. Nowhere else on the globe has that. So if you are against, right, the Euro, capitalism, Catholicism, and all these systems, then you should also be against what they call a covenant of a one-man, one-woman marriage. So you can't pick and choose what you want to hold on to and what you want to discard. If you're going to discard the Euro and its beliefs, you got to discard all of that shit. Now, why men hate women, I told you it's multi-layered. Multi-layered. Envy, jealousy, right? Their own self-esteem issues. And just not wanting, again, women who know themselves, aware of themselves, and are able to manifest themselves through that is very difficult for a lot of men to maintain, believing that it is a threat to who they are. And it's not. Because if she's moving in that light, then you should move in your light as well. You should move on to being a king, a soldier, and sitting on your throne. That's why you're not threatened by her. All right? Well, that's it. I was tired. Yeah, I was tired. I still probably won't get to sleep. This hurts. This is hurting. It's tight. A deep dish. Okay, peace. That's right, victory, peace, salute. Again, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. We will win. We will win. We will win. Win. All right. Yes, Keish. Yes, Tierras. All right. Yes. Everybody drink water before you go to bed. Drink some water. Rest easy. Some of y'all leave yourselves alone. All right. Get out of rest. Put the goddamn roses up for a little bit. Gotta pick them back up tomorrow for the weekend. But chill out. It's Thursday. Be easy. Shit. Give it a little break. And good night, Latoya. Yeah, salute. All right? Salute. Let me figure it out. Oh, and tomorrow is my father's birthday. Matter of fact, it might be here already. Is it after midnight? If it's after midnight, let me know so I can go right to hit him up. God, shit. Tomorrow's the 16th, right? Yep. Damn it, man. Got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Yeah. So send my pops, man, a shout out. Oh, not yet? Good. Okay. 11:25. Thank you. Good. Yeah. Pop's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, it's his born day. That's the older God. It's his born day, man. Send him a gift, man. I'll send Pops a gift. Forgot all about that. That's the older God. Still here. Doing his thing. The real ones never got caught. What that mean? Tyler. Yeah, Pops, no doubt. That's the older God. Yeah, charmed the roses. I know. Y'all know I know. Wearing them damn things out. Seen one of the sisters, and she done broke the damn shit, done wore it out. Yeah, now I gotta stay up for a little minute for his born day. Pops know and shit. Holler at him at midnight, what he doing me. Yeah, Dr. Johnson. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Y'all got enough time. Women up. Who's down and out? Always shine, y'all. Always shine. We'll get through it, and always question and reach out. While you got somebody here who can tell y'all what's what. Alright? Ain't nobody else gonna do it. You're gonna create a whole bunch of bullshit, false narratives and all that. You got somebody so you can never say we didn't have nobody. One thing I always say, anything, whether it's Womenup, whether it's Outspoken, whether it's book club, could never say no one told you. Alright? Bye, T. You probably laying up already, T. Throwing your little bed in your little crescent moon. Well, that's already in the bed. You act like you not. You know, you probably been under the covers the last half hour. Alright? So salute. I know. Oh yeah. I know. Kelly, she act like we don't know. We know. Tierra Sleepyhead. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna give her, we're gonna find. See, look, yes I have. Yeah. Yeah. See? I know. Sleepyhead. Alright, salute y'all. Peace.